Hey everyone, it's Brock Bowen here. You also know me as the Lifetarian, and I'd like to introduce you to a gorgeous new friend of mine. You can see her just here on the screen, of course. Her name is Niyc Pidgeon. She's now an author, she's a speaker, she's an amazing coach, and she has an interesting story. So I wanted to share it with you guys because it's what I love to do. Just share people who inspire me, and then if they inspire me, I figure they'll inspire you guys. And yeah, I just wanted to get you on, Niyc, and have a bit of a conversation around momentum.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's great to be here with you.
I always love when we catch up. It's so fun, we just happen to be in the same place at the same time in Brisbane, in Melbourne, in Brisbane, and then Las Vegas.
Sydney, yeah.
Sydney.
Vegas.
Cool, huh? Oh yeah, Sydney as well.
Yeah.
What's going on?
We're following each other around the world. It's good.
Yeah, I love that when you get in this thing. My thing I'm going to ask you straight away. Normally I ask this at the end around momentum, but my thing where I think of momentum, it's almost like, when you see birds fly?
Yeah.
How they don't really, they're not thinking about how they're flying. They're just in the momentum. They're
in the flow.
Yeah, they're in the flow. They're being called by something. And yeah, I'm curious, what do you think when you think of momentum?
I think of flow as well. I think about that almost like you imagine a chain of dominoes and you push one over and everything else falls into place afterwards. It's like one good thing leads to another, and there's no yo-yo at all. There's no ups, there's no downs. It's just constant flow and just moving on to the next thing, but with ease. Momentum really means ease for me. It's not something that you need to push. It's something that flows.
I like that. And you're definitely, you've had a lot of success recently. So I want to take back, 5 years ago, what were you doing?
Goodness, 5 years ago. So I would have been 23. I was a personal trainer and I was very into health, but I also loved to have a good time as well. I used to love my parties, loved my social life, and loved my training, doing a lot of half marathons, really pushing myself physically. And I would have, so what year would that have been? It makes you think, doesn't it? So I would have just started my positive psychology master's degree.
Yeah, right.
So I would have just been coming into my journey with gratitude. And really, that was really what brought me into Pos Psych, that understanding of gratitude and what it means and what it can give us all. So yeah, that's where I was at.
Yeah, it's fun just thinking about 5 years ago. We don't often take the time to do it. 5, 10, 15, 20 years, we're all like focused on the future and what we're going to create next. But it's interesting because you tend to see these little patterns. If you go 5 and 10 years back, it's really interesting to see. But you just talked about positive psychology. So a lot of people are not going to exactly know what that is. They're going to guess what it is. But tell me in your words, what is positive psychology as a framework, or what is it?
So everybody thinks that positive psychology is positive thoughts, and it is positive thinking, but it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
So positive psychology is the science of happiness and the science of how individuals, communities, and businesses thrive. So we look at taking you from where you are now to where you want to be. We study peak performance and human strength. But what the disconnect is for a lot of people is that we don't just focus on the positive. We do also take into account the perceived negatives, what other people might think of as being really negative or a bad experience or situation, and what value that has in allowing us to learn and grow.
And you love it, right? You can just tell, when you talk about it.
Yeah, I get excited to share. You say, what's positive psychology? And I kind of go, ooh.
That's why I love when I get on these calls with people. It's almost like everyone starts to do a happy dance.
Yeah.
My feet start wiggling, my body starts moving around. That's what I love.
Bring it out in us, Brock.
Yeah, just life's amazing, huh? Getting that stoked, momentum, flow, all those different things. So
absolutely.
Next, we want to just get heaps of questions, heaps of value here for everyone that's viewing this today. What do you do to wake up? It's a powerful thing. A lot of people wake up and they just bang their head into the wall and they have to go to work and they slam the alarm clock down and drink 17 cups of coffee.
Yeah. So it's that.
What do you do?
Well, that's like the negative loop that we can get ourselves in. And it is very easy to get into that habitual pattern of being reactive and being stuck into a negative thought process. What's so important and where you have your power and your control in your day is to really set the tone within that first, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes or whether you want to take a few hours for your morning ritual. I always wake up in gratitude. And that might be waking up, and because I sleep with the curtains open, so I like to see the palm trees outside. So I say thank you for my 2 palm trees. I say thank you for my day, because every single day is a gift, and we've got to be grateful for that. I always ask for guidance, first of all, and I'd say, what should I do today? Where should I go? Who should I speak to? I'm open. I completely surrender my day. I'm open to the guidance, and I'm open to receiving it. Then I'll move into a meditation. So meditation is a huge part of my life, and I think it's something that a lot of people have resistance towards, but it's absolutely something that I would encourage anyone just to try, whether it's 5 minutes again in the morning, or whether you have a big practice that you want to commit to. So I will always sit in meditation. Then I will do some sort of exercise. So I'll either go for a run, I'll do a workout in the house, or I'll go to F45, which is a class that I absolutely love. So I'll do some movement. I will work on my vision. So I might do a visualization exercise using some music that I love. So my signature song is the Brand New Heavies, You Are the Universe.
Yeah, right.
If you get a chance, listen to the lyrics. That's awesome.
Yep.
Or I might do some writing around my vision. So there's a brilliant tool that we use as positive psychologists called the Best Possible Self Exercise. And it gets you to visualize your life as if everything has gone as well as it possibly could. Awesome. And to write about that. Yeah, it's really good, really good. So I can share that with you if you want. And then after that, I would usually have a dance around. You know that we dance. So I'll have a little dance. I will put my favorite music on. That is like a self-expression. So in psychology, we talk about a transfer of confidence. So by you being able to express yourself, whether it's in your kitchen or whether it's like through speaking or whatever it is, you can transfer that confidence from that one area into a different area, so you can feel confident in more places than one. I will then write out my positive affirmations and my mantras, which really support me and my mindset moving forwards. And then I'll read out what my big goal is, my big goal, mission, and purpose.
Yeah, I like that. I always like to hear what everyone's morning routine is.
Yeah.
Everyone I speak to that's doing well in life, they do something. Yeah, like just everyone does something. The only guy I've heard that gets straight into his day that seems to be straight into it, Gary Vaynerchuk. Apparently he gets straight up out of bed, on the phone, on the bathroom, into it. Like, so
oh my goodness.
Emails, and he's just in the zone all day. It's what he loves.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always wonder what it'd be fun to have a chat with him one day and get to know him more.
And see the difference.
Yeah, it's interesting. What was he like 5 and 10 years ago, and now what is he doing? He definitely gets a lot done. But that thing, like straight away getting action done.
Yeah. Do you know what Richard Branson does?
Do you?
He apparently he swims around his island every morning.
Yeah, right. I've seen that he snorkels around.
Pretty cool.
That's super fun. I love it. Your internet's just stopping, so just pause for a second.
Yeah. Like, imagine getting up and just casually swimming around your island in the morning. It's really good.
He's an inspiring gentleman.
Yes, he certainly is.
Just living on an island. I always think about that, like where we are right now in Cairns, we've got a lot of space around us. And I just notice if I start my day powerfully, I'm in a good headspace. But say, for instance, a lot of people go straight up out of bed, they walk into the wall, they drink a cup of coffee, they get on a train, and they're surrounded by people that are there with them in the same really bad headspace. And, it's nice for us. We've kind of, in some ways, we've broken free. We're still on the path. We're still students, but we've doing some different things to most people. So for people who are in that space right now, because there's going to be a few of those people listening today, if someone's in that thing where they hate their life, it's the worst life ever, which is hard to imagine. I feel like I live in a magic bubble most of the time. But I do know that there's people that are struggling. There's people, and I've been there, I've been there when I've been stuck and life's tough and all that sort of stuff. What would you say to them right now? What would be one step?
100%. The key to releasing that feeling of negativity or the hold of any resentment or stress or frustration is to find gratitude in the things that you do have. So there's two different ways that you can use gratitude. I'm sure this is what I'm grateful for, and this. I'm grateful for my bed. I'm grateful for the pen that I'm writing with. I'm grateful for water, sunshine, my family, my friends, health, and really allowing that to flow. And the expansiveness of that experience really fills you up. I would also suggest as well, whole psych intervention, any good things that you've noticed throughout your day, and that's really powerful as well.
Yeah, I like that. So just throughout the day, how do you keep your energy levels up? What's going on for you? You know, you're super productive at the moment. I know you got a lot of sessions on. You're speaking to a lot of people. You're doing a lot of implementation. You're traveling a lot. What do you do to keep your energy levels up?
Yeah, I am very good. Yeah. I'm very good, like I'm getting tapped in. Is it because I've been sitting down too long? Is it because I've been doing an activity that maybe doesn't energize me? I know that when I'm speaking with someone like we are now, so my energy goes through the roof, and it's not something that I feel like, oh goodness, I've got to do one of those sessions. What's great about the life of an entrepreneur is that as you grow into your entrepreneurship, you get to choose what your zone of brilliance is, and you get to do more of what you love. So within my business and within my day, I do so much of what I love that it actually fills me up with energy rather than depleting me.
Yeah, I like that.
It's always important to lead from your heart and to really connect in with what it is that you enjoy and what you're strong at. That's what's going to fulfill you, and it's going to give you that energy to keep going.
Yeah, I like that. We just had the internet just goes bad every now and then. My apologies, everyone who's watching for that, but we're just going to shake on and keep it going. Not sure what's happening, but it's always interesting. So say you said you really want to master your day.
Yeah.
What else would you add to your life right now? If you really wanted to master your day and live your dream life, what else would you do? What else would you add to your world right now?
What would I add to my world, or what would I suggest other people add to theirs?
I reckon for you, because you're already doing great things, but then you go, well, like you're still going to be doing that thing where you're going into a greater future, because you always want to be growing and evolving.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to expand my team more. Just before we got onto this call, I was actually thinking about this. And for me to be able to serve more powerfully and to support more powerfully, I need to be able to move into that zone of genius more and feeling supported with all of the other things that I need. So I think for me to be able to really master what I'm good at would be I would love to have someone that expands care of the media side of things and really getting things out there in that way, because that's a big vision for me. For me to master what I'm doing, I need to be growing. And for me to be growing, I need to be able to move into that vision. So that would definitely be a next step for me. Just getting more support. Yeah.
I keep asking it every day. If I was living my dream, who would I have on my team? My little, like, you know how you like, this is probably the biggest difference with people I know that are living the life. People just ask a lot of questions. You're asking questions of your body. You're asking questions around gratitude. You're asking questions to yourself. You're asking questions of your clients. It literally is that. You almost live it in the question all the time. So that's what I do.
Yeah.
Did you always do that?
Like, yeah, I've always been the girl that asks why. Like, I remember when I was a kid, my parents used to say, will you stop asking why about everything? I used to go, why? But why? And I think it's that the genuine inquisitiveness that comes through when you do have a genuine interest in people and how things work. You want to know how and why and what you can do to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
I think that we can ask ourselves in a really powerful question that we can ask every day is, how can I show up as the best version of myself in this moment? So what would allow me, or what version of me is going to support this situation to the highest degree? And that's pretty cool, because it allows us to remember that we always have a choice. We can be and do whatever we want to be. And we sometimes get into that habitual pattern of responding rather than choosing. And I think it's so important to choose.
Explain choice a bit more. I talk about it a lot with some of the work I do. So explain choice to me. People like personal development, everyone used to talk about decisions, and choice has a different flavor to it. So I'd be curious to hear what your thoughts are around choice.
The choice, I think that people don't understand that they have a choice. I think that people believe that the way their reality is right now is the way that it's always going to be. But what we actually find is that as soon as you be something different, then you can create something different for yourself. So let's talk about happiness, because that is my area of expertise. I know that you can always choose a happier thought. You can always choose a next level emotion. You can always think, okay, so what's the highest thought that I could feel in this situation? And by understanding that you have a choice, and it's not necessarily a choice between whether you feel good or whether you feel bad, it doesn't have to be as black and white or as simple as that. It can be a real nuance of a choice. So it can be, okay, so what would be like the next incremental high level step that I could take here? And doing that just shows that you do have control and you do have the choice. You have the ability to take a next step and take it to the next stage, which is very empowering, very empowering to understand.
Oh, definitely. So for so many people thinking that they're stuck, they don't have a choice, they don't have anything. It's such a little one just to go, let's just choose a little bit better of a thought. And even simply, I've noticed with clients too, if they just show up at their current job a little bit different, all of a sudden their whole world expands. They think, when I have a new job, when I have a new career, when I have something new, we could be doing what we're doing right now, and there's work to be done. You've got lots of work. There's all different things, clients to see and everything, and always thinking about the future rather than actually experiencing the magic of what is right now.
Absolutely.
There's
great power in using the moment and understanding that, like, when you look at time perspective, you can have a past time perspective, which is great when we check in what we do in 5 years. Pretty cool to think about that. The future, it's good to be in your vision, but the only time that you can actually have any control over or do anything about is in the now. So the more that you can focus on living in the now and really enjoying what you can choose in that experience, whether it's choosing to move from a guilty feeling up into peace and contentment, then up into interest, curiosity, love, joy, and doing it in a ladder type formation, you do still have that choice. Whether it's little or large, you have a choice.
Yeah, it's nice just to remind ourselves every day there's always a choice. I've had so many situations where there was 8 minutes to spare and I thought something was impossible. And whenever I remind myself that I always have a choice, something like, it's almost as if my mind, my brain, my awareness has to figure it out, because I know that there's always a choice. I think everything's figure outable. I think everything is possible. Doesn't mean in every moment I always create exactly what I want, but I have the belief that it's possible. And just that alone, it allows like at least 100% more options.
Absolutely. You're an optimist. You're showing that by you deciding that, everything's possible, you're actually expanding not only what is possible, but you're adding to yourself in so many different ways. So we know that optimists live longer. So congratulations on that. We know that they're healthier. We know that they're happier. It's like you choose to feel the way that you want to feel. And in every perspective, you have an opportunity to do that. So by you saying, well, actually 8 minutes, another person might say, oh my goodness, I've only got 8 minutes. My life's a disaster. I've got no time.
Yeah.
Whereas you expand the time by saying 8 minutes, what's possible within this 8 minutes? And I guarantee that 8 minutes moves more slowly for you with your mindset in that space than it does for the person that says time is scarce, I'm in a rush.
Yep, definitely. And time actually can expand and contract and change. It's been fascinating to me to play with everything in that particular way where things can change. You can do a 5-hour drive in 3 hours. It's interesting. Yeah. And without speeding excessively, like it's a whole nother conversation to go into there, but there's so many different things that we do. But even, when we caught up for a smoothie, those smoothies, when you hang out with people that are living in that high vibrational consciousness, they taste about 1,000,000 times better. That coffee we had together,
that was good.
That was actually the best I've ever had so far. It's just interesting. Like, it just, things and experiences and everything taste so much better when you're with these people.
I love that. It was good. Yeah.
So good. All right. Next thing.
Yeah, that introduces that.
Next thing I really want to do, you said there was an exercise you might want to do. Can you do it in like a few minutes or 5 minutes, this best version of yourself exercise?
The best possible self? Yeah, you can do it in a few minutes. Yeah, of course.
Let's
do it. Okay. So I want you to close your eyes. So this can be a written exercise or it can be a meditation like this. And I want you to take a deep, expansive breath inwards and then breathe out. Take another deep, expansive breath inwards and breathe out. Good. As you breathe deeply here, I want you to imagine yourself in the future. And I want you to imagine that everything has gone as well as it possibly could. Take a look around you. Take a look at who you see around you. Where are you? What country are you in? Feel your environment. Feel the space that is surrounding you. Check in with the sounds that you hear. The smells that you can smell. Look around you and soak in what you see. Think about how you feel as your best possible self in the future. Do you feel confident? Do you feel happy, elated, pride, contented? Really check in with that feeling. Really tune in with how it feels to be you as your best possible self. Think about who you're surrounded by as your best possible self. Are you with friends? Are you with family? Who do you see around you? What do they look like as they spend time with you as your best possible self? Think about what they're saying to you, what you're saying to them, feel. Now think about what things you own or use as your best possible self. This might be a car, it might be a home, it might be something that you're wearing. Think about what your best possible self owns or uses. Think about how this makes you feel. Do you feel supported? Connecting with the emotions of that. Think about what your hair looks like as your best possible self. Think about how you stand. Are you standing tall? Are you feeling confident? Do you know that you've got that presence when you walk into a room as your best possible self? That everybody can feel and be in your energy. Think about what the best version of you looks like for you. And just hold that thought for a moment. Taking a deep breath in, breathe in all that is good. And then as you breathe out, open your eyes.
Yeah.
What did you see?
All kinds of things. I was in Hawaii, LA, had some flash cars and just homes available around the world. I just noticed that, different friends were hanging out with people that were creating beautiful projects. Guys that already created billion dollar businesses, but they just kept that enchantment, the magic, the playfulness, and just people that were stoked about life. I saw surfing, mountain biking, some adventures, rock climbing, just stoked every day.
Super cool. Cool.
Yeah, really fun. So good.
So that's a proven positive psychology intervention that we would usually write. So you would usually take 20 minutes to really feel into what that best version of you looks and feels like, and you would write about it. But I actually created it as a visualization and as a meditation on iTunes as well.
Oh,
because
wow.
I think it's very good to be guided through that and have both sides of it.
Is that on your website, or can I post that below so people can?
Yeah, you can post it. It's an iTunes link for a free download.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, it's so fun just for people to get access to all these things.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. It just every now and then it pauses, so I just wait on until I can hear you properly again. We're gonna finish up with 5 key things people can do different to build momentum in their life. Your top 5 things.
Okay.
Starting now. Boom. Let's go.
Okay. Don't be scared to take a risk. Just go all in and do it. Surround yourself by amazing people that you can learn from. Make choices, not excuses. Try a day of no complaining and see how that helps you to get into the flow.
Awesome.
And massively choose to do what you love. That would be number 5.
I like that. Simple, concise, boom, easy. And what's been your biggest risk? Like, what's one of those times when it was all like, what have I done? I think as entrepreneurs, all of us have been down to like our last dollar and really, risked it all. And it's not a big deal. You go to America, it's not a big deal. In Australia, people criticize you about it. People go bankrupt. We hear of these stories. And the next thing, I think Brendan Bisciotti did, he went bankrupt. The next 18 months, he made $6.8 million.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
That's insane. Love it. I love that. And I love the hero's journey of having come to a point where things just aren't working at all, and having that isn't working anymore, and this is what I'm going to do to change things. So my risk is definitely something similar, and I am, as an optimist like you, I am a big risk taker. So sometimes I need to be tempered on my risk taking, because I'll just go and I'll just do anything, and it's exciting. But my biggest risk probably was last year when I was in New Zealand, and I'd left the UK to write my first book, and I'd had no income for a couple of months. And then I knew that it would all be okay because I was launching a group coaching program. And when that launched, I had a grand total of 1 sale. So one person on their own in a group coaching program isn't a group. So I had a lot of soul searching to do, and I wasn't bringing in any income, and I didn't know what to do differently. And I decided to hire a coach. And that coach was thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And I had to use all of my savings, and that still didn't cover it. So I ended up having a conversation with a friend. I didn't even ask him, but he said, because not only was I investing everything that I had, but I was also borrowing money as well. And I invested. In that month, I made 35,000. And then went on in 3 months to break 6 figures, and now at multiple 6 figures. So the risk was absolutely worth it. Yeah.
So what was that part of you? You had a conversation with Elon Musk, and he talked about, he did it on, a larger scale, but it's still the same energy. It's just different. It's more zeros in terms of the risk, but it's the same commitment and clarity and certainty that takes that thing. So what
Absolutely.
What part of it was it that you knew when you had that conversation, when you found a coach? How did you know that that was going to create something greater for you? Because a lot of people are going to be there, when they're there.
Yeah, I knew that I had to do something differently, and I always say that if you want to change something, or if you have a fear or a limiting belief, it's either a skills gap or it's a mindset gap. It's a mindset shift that you need. And for me, I think it was a skills gap. So I knew that I had to change something I had to learn something. And to learn something, I needed to hire someone to help me that had done it before. So I asked for guidance in a meditation. And when I picked up my phone after my meditation, I had a Facebook message from this person who I'd never met, never seen anywhere. And she ended up being my coach.
Oh, wow.
And I remember it was really good because it was so guided. But I remember being so scared, and I was physically shaking with the fear when I was reading out my credit card details, because I knew that it was all or nothing.
Yeah.
And I knew the time where I needed to step up for myself. Nobody else was going to do it for me, but I knew how much this was my mission and purpose in the world. And for that reason, I was all in.
Yeah, I love that. There's something about it when you're 100% committed or 1,000% committed. It just feels so good.
There's nowhere else to go when you're committed.
Yeah.
You're in it. You're doing it, and it's happening.
Yeah, it's brilliant, huh? It's good things. Christy actually met Nick in Sydney. And when we went down to that Sydney trip, Christy was wondering if she was going to go because one of the girls that was in the group with her wasn't going to go. And I even offered to pay for this other girl to go, so that it was Christy's buddy in the program. Yeah. I even said to this other girl, I'll pay for your petrol. I'll pay for your accommodation. Just go. I contacted her because if Christy wants something, I'm going to do whatever I can to make it happen. It's just how I am. It's how I like to be. And so I called this girl, messaged her on Facebook. She's like, just kept making excuses, whatever. She must have had something on that was more important. Not excuses per se, but perhaps she had something more important than that. But I said to Christy, go anyway. I know something great's going to happen and lots of great things, but you guys met and it's been such a blessing to us. Yeah, we're loving it. Like, it's such a good friendship. And just that we've been in the same place at the same time in so many instances, that's what I mean about momentum. When all of a sudden you make a different choice, you take the time, even though, we're all busy. When we caught up in Brisbane, you had plenty of stuff on, but you made the time. And yeah, I just love that about you. Just cut out for a second there, but that momentum, that's what I'm shooting for. Like, almost so in the flow and so in the momentum that every step along the way, we're so committed, just so on our path that we just love our life, and life's awesome. Final comments. We're going to jump off in a second.
Absolutely. So it is.
What's your final comment? And then after that, final comment for the show. And then where can we find you?
Okay. So final comment for the show is to absolutely live life with love, joy, and passion. Because as a success coach and a positive psychologist, I always say that success without happiness is not in fact success at all along the way. And then where you can find me, so my website is niycpidgeon.com, and I'm also on Facebook, Niyc Pidgeon, and I've got a fantastic Facebook group in there called Now Is Your Chance, and Instagram as well.
Awesome. We can pop all that below. Just send me a message and I'll pop it all below. So then we just details, make it easy for everyone to find you. I'm looking forward to seeing you real soon in the week. Yes. I didn't mention that. We're going to catch up with each other in 2 weeks.
Yes, I'll see you in 2 weeks on Daydream Island. We'll do some daydreaming together.
Other story. I was talking about the momentum.
Yeah.
One of the guys, he might even be watching this, Sean. He's one of the happiest guys, and you'll get to meet him in Daydream Island. He was a deep sea diver. Then he was doing stuff on a banana farm because he's got an overseas girlfriend, and she was doing 3 months on a banana farm. And he's just like, I'm so happy I'm working on a banana farm. Life's awesome. Like, doesn't matter what he does. He's just stoked about it. I didn't hear from him for a couple of weeks, and somehow he's ended up down at Hayman Island, which is just near where Daydream Island is. And he's doing these little underwater jet ski things called sea bobs or sea something or other. And I go, I'm doing it. He goes, we can't come to Hayman. It's a $2,000 a night resort. You have to come and stay. I'm like, well, I'll come and stay. I want to see her. I've got to catch up. And he goes, all right,
Yes.
well, I go, I'm going to make it happen. I had that intention. Guess which island he's now on? He's got his own site. Guess which island?
Where? Which
Daydream
island?
Island.
No way.
Boom!
I love it.
Isn't it cool?
Super cool. So we're going to go sea scootering.
So let's just like for everyone watching this right now, just like the two of us combined and all of you guys watching right now, because I believe everything is in the now. So even though we're recording this now, when you watch it, it's in the now, and we're experiencing it all together in the now. And we're just going to give you a different upgrade and a different frequency, and everything that we have, we're just going to share it with you right now and open up to that. So you just have some more space. Feels good, huh?
Yeah.
I love it. Awesome. Lots of love. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you so much for your time. And
Thank you so much.
Awesome. And yeah, tap me that little thing. I'll put it below. See you later, everyone.
Hello. See you soon.